The Mavic Pro is not just a new drone, it's a whole new type of drone.
We merged power and smart features, making it easy for everyone to fly and create beautiful images. The toughest challenge for us was to find the sweet spot between form and function.
When engineering the folding arms, we wanted to save as much space as possible.
We really wanted to make it quick to unfold and leave enough room for the powerful processors and sensing system.
This took several attempts and many prototypes.
In one of our earlier prototypes, the arms took up way too much space when folded, almost 2/3 of the entire volume. Combined with the space that we needed for the internals, this meant the Mavic was much larger than we wanted.
In another attempt, the arms only took up half the volume. But there's a lot of wasted space in between body and arms. Eventually, we solved this problem and created an easy flick-to-unfold mechanism. Seen from above, the thin arms sit flush against the body when folded.
We carved out 2 indents at the rear of the airframe to fit the motors, saving additional space. The rear arms fold out in a 3-dimensional motion and snap into place in one sweep. With this design, you can have your Mavic Pro unfolded in under 5 seconds.
Powerful components generate a lot of heat, especially when they're placed close together.
So for the first time ever on a DJI drone, we integrated a heatsink at the base made from magnesium aluminum alloy and a centrifugal fan behind the gimbal.
The fan pulls in air from the front of the aircraft and channels it across the heatsink, dissipating heat.
We wouldn't go through all this trouble without making sure you have a great camera. We spent thousands of hours trying to re-engineer and shrink the stabilization technology found in our Phantom series. One of the major challenges we ran into when making a stabilized camera this small was the stiffness of the electrical wires. The mechanics, the structure, and the brushless motors had to be specifically engineered to take this into account. Plus, it's the first DJI camera that's able to rotate 90 degrees for portrait shots.
We also wanted a remote controller for the Mavic Pro that would feel natural and familiar in people's hands, so they would be more confident when they fly. That's how we came up with a small controller that expands with a pair of grips. These grips also clamp your phone, keeping all of your controls in easy reach.
The Mavic Pro concentrates some of our most advanced technologies into one compact body.
It's an incredible tool to turn everyday moments into fantastic art wherever you go.
At its launch, the Inspire 1 was a revolution. It turned tens of thousands of people into aerial filmmakers and now appears on professional film sets around the world. The Inspire 2 builds on this foundation, empowering filmmakers to be more creative than ever, whether flying as a team or operating as a single pilot. A dedicated 2-axis stabilized FPV camera with independently adjustable pitch gives the pilot a personal live feed, freeing the camera op to move any way they need to get the shot. Top speed is boosted to 58 miles per hour, 94 kilometers per hour, and ascent and descent is also accelerated. This speed doesn't come without protection. DJI's unmatched flight autonomy system comes to the Inspire 2, bringing with it an extended range of close to 100 feet, meaning faster flight with protection from what it can see. It also adds an infrared sensing system placed on top of the Inspire, extending obstacle avoidance to obstructions overhead. The new dual battery design increases flight time, hitting a maximum of 27 minutes when using the X4S camera, and also provides battery redundancy. Self-heating systems mean the Inspire 2 can be flown in extreme cold. The Zenmuse X5S Micro Four Thirds camera now has a 20.8 megapixel sensor with better pixel performance. It is capable of capturing 5.2K at 30 frames per second, as well as 4K at 60 frames per second. It also supports cinema DNG and ProRes recording.
And you just kind of look at it and you go, like, that's really small, but how can this little small thing give these big results. Normally I wouldn't think of using a drone for normal shots, but kind of made this really simple shot easily, and look great. And I'm telling you, I'm really picky.
The Inspire 2 is DJI focus compatible for precision focus control. A broad range of micro four thirds lenses are also supported, including zooms from 9mm to 45mm.
The 45 is pretty beautiful on this camera. We use that a lot for close-ups and has a great depth of field, and just makes me feel like, that's kind of cinematic for me.
The Inspire 2 image processor, known as CineCore 2.0, offers Cinema DNG, ProRes, H.264, and H.265 recording onto a detachable PCIe SSD drive with a maximum read and write speed of 6 gigabits per second or a micro SD card. ProRes is a widely used delivery method for post-production, offering flexibility for editing while not compromising image quality. But to get the absolute most out of what you shoot, the Inspire 2 also captures RAW.
Acquiring content on RAW just gives you more information to work with in your post-process. The RAW native Cinema DNG format gives you the most dynamic range possible of that camera. Basically takes full advantage of the sensor and everything that it can see.
There isn't one shot that we compromised for detail, for color purity, for separation of images, for black, for low light detail, highlight detail. Boy, I never could have told you that this particular footage came from a drone. It's just too good.
New intelligent modes, including Spotlight Pro and Profile, make cinematic shots easier for production teams and even for single operators. Spotlight Pro keeps the camera locked on the subject, rotating beyond 360 degrees to fix the target in frame as the Inspire flies. While Profile mode turns the camera to capture the subject's profile as the Inspire flies forward. By maintaining forward flight, obstacle sensing systems are able to protect the aircraft. The onboard FPV camera separates the flight view from the main camera view, effectively giving the Inspire 2 a dedicated tap fly camera. Just tap on the screen to fly in that direction and focus on camera control. During return to home, the primary camera with a maximum sensing range of 200 meters is used to effectively avoid obstructions. Live TV broadcasting has also been enabled natively through an optimized broadcast mode that streams smooth video at the 1080i50 and 720p 60 live broadcast standard. The Inspire 2 brings better quality images, more power, and more intelligence to professional aerial filmmaking, setting the stage for more filmmakers to take to the sky.
I'm Philip Bloom. There are times when technology pushes boundaries, but what's really special are the moments when boundaries are completely ignored and a new device redefines possibility. The DJI Inspire 1 is the world's most advanced all-in-one aerial filmmaking system. It all starts with the ready-to-fly innovative design. The sleek aerodynamic body is remarkably lightweight, especially when you consider the technology that's packed into it. A smart flight controller, powerful motors and large propellers make the Inspire 1 responsive and stable. During flight, the strong carbon fiber arms raise up, transforming the Inspire 1's shape and giving you a 360-degree view from the built-in stabilized camera. The Inspire's camera shoots in crystal clear 4K video at 24, 25 and 30 frames per second, and in 1080p at 24, 25, 30, 50 and 60 frames per second. It captures beautiful 12 megapixel stills, and a 94-degree wide-angle lens eliminates distortion and fills your imagery with crisp, vivid colors. The camera is detachable, allowing flexibility for future upgrades. The Inspire 1 also includes DJI's 3-axis gimbal technology for world-class camera stabilization. The Inspire 1's camera rotates a full 360 degrees and tilts up and down 125 degrees, vastly expanding your options for creating content that truly reflects anything your mind's eye can see. A brand new optical flow positioning system utilizes downward-facing sensors to stabilize the Inspire 1 when it's close to the ground. This means that the Inspire 1 can fly indoors with perfect position hold and is able to hover stably at low altitudes even without a GPS signal. On the remote, sensitive control sticks make flying simple, easy, and responsive. Ergonomic dials control gimbal movement and camera settings, while dedicated buttons allow instant photo capture and video recording. Integrated DJI Lightbridge technology allows you to see what you're shooting in HD at a range of over 1 kilometer, so you can clearly see the details of your aerial perspectives as you capture them. Enabled by Lightbridge, the mobile app gives you a high-definition view of what the camera sees. It allows you to change camera settings and includes a full manual mode. The Inspire 1 encourages collaborative creativity. By using a second controller at the same time, a dedicated operator can control where the camera's pointing so the pilot can maneuver the Inspire, allowing for precise camera moves. Previously only available on larger platforms, DJI Inspire 1 seamlessly integrates groundbreaking aerial imaging technology into the expression of your wildest ideas. And you'll redefine, again, what it means to explore new aerial perspectives.
Paperwork, overtime, late night coffee. 7 years old, birthday, first jungle venture. Meditation, exploration, alone. Get out of your ordinary life. Be who you are for a change. Easy or hard, you only live once. To feel the real vibe of the universe. Your best self will be discovered in a new vision. Unleash it. Capture it. And remember